Welcome to part 4 of my dry ice series, teaching you absolutely everything you need to know about keeping products frozen using dry ice in any kind of situation. If you've been following along, last week we talked about how dry ice sublimates. It does not melt. It is not a liquid. So today we're going to talk about how you can store your dry ice to be able to reuse as much of it as possible. Dry ice is not something that you can just put in the freezer and save for the next time you need it. Again, it sublimates. It goes from a solid to a gas. And being able to reuse it, I think, will really depend on how much you're buying at a time. If you're just going to the store and buying like a one-off for an event, you're buying 1 or 2 bags of it, the chances are by the end of that event, your dry ice is going to be sublimated and you're not going to be able to save or reuse much of it. However, if you have multiple events booked and you go and you get about 100 pounds, that you will be able to reuse for about a week if you follow these steps. In a cooler about this size, you should be able to fit 100 pounds of dry ice, which should be 10 bags. And if you're just pulling 1 bag out every day or every other day to use that 1 bag, as long as when you remove that 1 bag from the cooler and you replace that space with something else, whether it's a piece of cardboard or a towel, you will set yourself up to be able to continue to use the dry ice that's in the cooler for the rest of the week. But again, the most important thing to do is to make sure that there is no empty space in that cooler, because the hot air will just sit there. If you fill that empty space with something, the dry ice will last so much longer. And no, it doesn't need to be a fancy, expensive Yeti cooler. It can really be any kind of brand. And next up in this series, I'm going to be testing different kind of coolers.